up in the chat, please. We'll start with Robert, and then we'll move down the line. All right, Robert, go ahead. You got the first question with Jake. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jake, I'm just curious of, maybe reflections on a crazy fifth senior season. You missed a year with your knee. It's been, quite a 5 years. I'm just curious if you reflect on that at all tonight, at the conclusion of this season.
You reflect a lot after every year, but definitely after your fifth year, your senior year, it definitely look back a lot. I'd say I just loved every moment suiting up for the orange and blue.
And what was it like out there? I mean, I know you guys are missing starters because of testing, and you're missing starters because of injury. It's got to be, a tough rally. How did you feel about your teammates tonight and how you fought?
I mean, obviously we could have played better. We could have done a lot of things better, but I would say we fought to the end. We were battled through a lot of adversity, and a lot of things were thrown at us this week that we weren't necessarily prepared for, and we were able to. I'm just proud of the guys, and I'd suited up with any of them anytime.
Thanks, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, you're up, and Joey on deck. Go ahead, Josh.
Hey, Jake. After having Lovie as your head coach for your whole career here, did it feel any different playing today without him on the sideline?
It was a little different, but, at the end of the day, it's still ball. So I just tried to enjoy every moment and not take anything for granted out there. And I can't thank all these coaches that stuck it out and finished it with us. Can't thank them enough.
Thanks, Jake.
Okay, Joey, you're up. Colin on deck. Anybody else line up, please? Go ahead, Joey.
Hey, Jake, I guess we talked to you on Monday, I think it was, but how did you make it through this week? What was the key of plugging forward with so much uncertainty?
I would just say being able to, I think it's a little underrated of how much of a blessing it is to be able to play at this level. And I think that's what drove me, and it drove a lot of our players to finish the week strong, and even with our head coach getting fired. And I would just say just the love for the game.
And then when you this season, Jake, with the COVID and the isolating, how would you evaluate just kind of what this has been? Did it shape you at all as a person moving forward?
I definitely think it. It's a big greater discipline. Like you can't. You got to be careful who you're around. You got to be careful who you're associating yourself with. I think it showed a greater discipline. I think that's what I took away from it.
Thanks, Jake. I appreciate it.
For sure.
Thanks, Joey. Go ahead, Colin, and then Jeremy. Go ahead, Colin.
Jake, as far as the new hire goes, I know you're in a slightly different position. You might be moving on after this season, but what was that like balancing once you find out about the new hire, balancing that with preparing for the game? And did you maybe help along some of the younger guys with that as well while you're preparing for the game today?
If anything, for all of us, I think it just increased motivation to show Coach Bielema that we're a good team, and we got fight, and that we're pushing through adversity no matter what.
I don't know how much you know about him, but what do you feel he can bring to this team? And do you feel like he's a guy who can help? I think we talked about this earlier in the week, help this program take the next step.
Of course, I think he's done a great job at different programs. Wisconsin, obviously, is the one that everyone wants to talk about, but I think even at Arkansas, he didn't get a fair shake during the whole year. So I think he can do big things for us, and I think he's going to install some Big Ten grit here. So I think that's that'll be big for us.
Thanks, Jake.
Yep. Okay, Jeremy, you're up. Alessandro on deck. Go ahead, Jeremy.
I'm good, Kent. Thanks, Jake, but Colin took my question. So.
Okay, Alessandro, you're up, and then Jeremy. Let's see. Sorry about that. Then Anthony. Go ahead, Alessandra?
Now that you're done with your senior season, is there like one moment from the past 4 years that really stands out to you?
I'd have to say beating Wisconsin last year. I think that was one of my probably one of the best days of my life to this day. Homecoming. Number 6, number 5 Wisconsin, and being able to knock them off. I made up for a lot of losses and a lot of hardships and the adversity that we've gone through. So I would say that game.
Okay, and then we'll finish up with Anthony. Go ahead, Anthony.
Hey, Jake, last week you talked about how Lovey has prepared you a little bit for the NFL, and now you have another coach coming in who has some NFL experience as well. Have you made that decision yet if you're going to take that jump or potentially stick with Coach Bielema for another year?
I haven't decided yet. It's going to be a quick decision here pretty shortly here, but I want to hear what Coach Bielema has to say and do a little bit of my own research and take the time to really consider it and reflect on this year. So I still have a little bit of time to make that choice. So.
All right. Thanks, Jake. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. Thank you for your time. We'll talk again in the next couple of days. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Jake.
Thanks, Jake.
Thanks, Jake.